I'm incredibly honored to offer my sincere congratulations on the opening of the Chau Chak Wing Museum at the University of Sydney. I would like to commend the vision and generosity of Dr. Chau Chak Wing for making this world-class cultural institution a reality, particularly during these trying days. As a UN Secretary General, I saw time and time again how the arts and culture are essential in contributing to a more peaceful, sustainable, and prosperous world. Indeed, culture crosses borders, builds bridges, and brings the world together, especially in uncertain times like these. With the largest collection of antiquities in the Southern Hemisphere, I believe that this inspiring museum will benefit not only Sydney and Australia, but the larger world as well. Its intersection of art, science, history, and culture will surely benefit generations of global citizens to come.
The Chau Chak Wing Museum is a monumental contribution to culture and to international understanding. It represents a significant enrichment to the city of Sydney, to Australia, and to the entire space around the Pacific Ocean. The world needs this museum. The world will benefit from its message. And most important of all, the Chau Chak Wing Museum will be a permanent testimony to human spirit and to the understanding among cultures and civilizations.
My warmest congratulations on the opening of the Chau Chak Wing Museum. It will be a magnificent asset for all of the people of Sydney, both in educational and in exhibition terms. And I wish to congratulate everyone involved in bringing this beautiful project to a conclusion.
Hello dear friends, I'm Petre Roman, former Prime Minister of Romania, and right now I join all those who are impressed by this wonderful museum, this piece of marvel of architecture, this place of culture which is within the University of Sydney, which was made possible also with the exceptional contribution of Dr. Chau. Dr. Chau, I think, is a well-known person in the field of philanthropy. And in this case, it's obviously an act of philanthropy of the highest ethical value, because it's for everybody wanting to understand the origins of culture. It's very valuable to the professor and the students, and I think it will be a place of touristic attraction for all those coming to Sydney.
Dr. Chau sent a message about cooperation, understanding and friendship. The museum is very important for a new generation in Australia, but for the whole world. Message is, we must help one another. So, thank you, Dr. Chau, for philanthropy and for friendship and understanding.
I would like to congratulate Dr. Chau Chak with the opening of the Chau Chak Wing Museum in the University of Sydney. This is a remarkable occasion not only for Dr. Chau, but for his friends too. Congratulations once again for Dr. Chau's commitment and generosity, which will benefit not only the university, but also the citizens and visitors of this beautiful city.
Dear Dr. Chau, I would like to warmly congratulate you on the opening of the Dr. Chau Chak Wing building in Sydney. All the very best.
This is truly a memorable event and a great symbol of philanthropy and generosity. Your project, Dr. Chau, is a symbol of human values, of understanding and cooperation, of humanism and friendship. Dr. Chau, you are a great believer. You are a dreamer. You are a strong supporter of culture and education, and you are committed to human values, peace, and win-win cooperation. You are famous for your numerous philanthropic endeavors in Australia. Your passionate support for Australian cultural development and for the education of the future generations is impressive and valued worldwide. Dear Dr. Chau, you have chosen an amazing way to give back to a country that you believe has offered you so much. With this project, you contribute to the future of Australia while celebrating its glorious past.
It has long been recognized that bridging the gap between the natural sciences and the humanities is an essential part of better understanding our world and its challenges. This magnificent facility, thanks to the generosity of Dr. Chau, stands as a testimonial to past efforts and a facilitator of future efforts of the University of Sydney to provide the space for such conversations between the sciences and the humanities.
I'm happy to learn that Australia, Sydney, and all the citizens of Australia are going to have new museum. Beautiful project, which will be collection of the most important exhibits, about 500,000 of them, will contribute not only to culture of Australia, but the culture of the world. I have to congratulate to Australians, but primarily to Mr. Chau Chak, who is great contributor to the world cultural and Australia, his homeland. Australia is going to be richer for one beautiful, really beautiful museum.
Modern generations typically don't think too much about the history faced with the challenges of the modern world. But the nation without thinking and knowing about the history doesn't have a real future. From that point of view, I really believe that opening this museum at the University in Sydney is something which will be very important and which will make a lot of positive contribution, especially for the new generation.
It's a very great honor for me to congratulate you all on this very special occasion, opening of Chau Chak Wing Museum at Sydney University. And this process could be described by three very important keywords. Museum, which collects the wisdom and the art of the humanity. University, which is a place where people learn about the past and create the future. And of course, most of all, Dr. Chau, philanthropist. And I must say, this is much more than just philanthropy. Dr. Chau brings people together from all over the world. And it's interesting, when I saw the list of artists of your museum, I found Ilmar Stillers, which is Latvian Australian. And then I thought, what a great person Dr. Chau is. Chinese Australian is bringing together Latvian Australian, and me myself, just Latvian. And I wish all the success to this museum.
I believe in old Latin saying Historia Magister Vita Est, which translated to English means history is a tutor of life. To this one, I would like to add one of my own, which is the museum is a mirror of history. In other words, the museum is the vehicle to history to tell us the story of life, ancient, current, and future. I believe our good tutor will help us to be better people, to understand each other, and to promote tolerance, understanding, dialogue, and peace.
And congratulations, Dr. Chau, for your great Australian achievement that is devoted to all of us who are looking for shared future in peace, prosperity, and harmony. Museums and universities with Dr. Chau contribution are places where we search for beauty, truth, wisdom, and meaning in our lives, at the same time being the treasuries of diversities that are reflections of the grace of the world that lies in the diversity of its people. So Dr. Chau, thank you for work on our common search for shared future through dialogue, respect, learning, and understanding.
I think that this new Dr. Chau Chak Wing Museum will really be another tool for the University of Sydney to showcase the richness of the Australian culture, show artifacts, provide research facilities, and all facilities that go with a state-of-the-art modern museum in a very nice modern architecture. All the energy he puts into strengthening international cooperation and mutual understanding. These are two things the world needs more than ever. Thank you very much to Dr. Chau Chak, and congratulations to the University of Sydney and the whole of the community there. Thank you very much.
I'd like to send my warmest congratulations to our friend and colleague Dr. Chau Chak Wing for his generous donation to the University of Sydney, and my congratulations to the University of Sydney for the acquisition of a magnificent museum named for the great philanthropist. I have had occasion to work with Dr. Chau Chak Wing in my former capacity as president of the World Leadership Alliance, Club de Madrid. As you all know, Dr. Chau is a great philanthropist, a man of great vision, a man who is laboring constantly to increase communication, mutual understanding, and respect between peoples and nations. I wish him long life and health, and I wish the museum at the University of Sydney to become the focal point for many visitors, young and old, for coming there in their leisure time and continuing in the process of lifelong learning that stands in front of all of us. Congratulations again, long life and success.